we need to eliminate all reasons for her to contact us, so she can't just pull us back in. The man simply forgot about this. What do we do in this situation? In this case, we decided to take the tires to the girl's mother. Naturally, we do this without any warning, without calling, in order to avoid a so-called accidental meeting. And when we did that, the girl started throwing out new accusations. Like, why did you do it this way? Why didn't you warn me? Why are you behaving like this? Out of habit, she still sees us as some kind of inferior being, like her subordinate, but she's mistaken. And I always repeat the golden rule. In a love triangle, the one who leaves first is the one who wins. I already mentioned the reasons earlier. And now all these comparisons are going to start, like, my ex would never have done that, he would have done it this way instead, and so on. In other words, her mind will focus on this. Also, friends, we very rarely meet people with whom we can truly be spiritually, well, close, so to speak. And I also want to say this to dispel the fear that we will be forgotten. Friends, if we had a real relationship with a girl, even if it lasted just a few months, believe me, she will never forget you for the rest of her life. All that's required of us is to create the necessary conditions for this, to sort of nudge her in that direction. Because how would the average man behave in this situation? He would try to somehow maintain some kind of connection, right? There are a lot of recommendations on YouTube. You stay friends with a girl, gradually you'll be able to reestablish contact and then win her over by showing how you've changed in some way. Friends, but it just doesn't work like that. Honestly, it really doesn't work. After all, what we're aiming for is a change in roles. So in this case, what are we actually expecting? We're expecting the end of their relationship, which will set things in motion. And the girl will definitely get in touch. You can be absolutely sure of that. Her attempt to come back, so to speak, is bound to happen. And all we need to do is distance ourselves from it. Now, do you understand what that bouquet was for? In other words, we've actually shifted all the responsibility for this breakup onto the girl. It eats away at her. The bouquet serves as an extra layer of guilt. After all, he tried to change everything, but this is how it turned out. And also, when we act in this way and completely cut off contact, the girl develops that very unfinished gestalt which many of you experience when a girl leaves you